We back another Thursday, Thirsty Thursday.
Y'all know what time it is, man.
For a lot of us, the work week almost over.
My week is over.
Okay, don't nobody care because you get Fridays off, bro.
Damn, that's aggressive.
I still got to log in tomorrow.
Well,
Barely, but
happy Friday then. Miracle.
Happy almost Friday to everybody other than Bree because she got tomorrow off. But nevertheless,
Wow.
we back at it again with episode 6.
Case of the exes. Let's talk about it.
Well, let's not.
I mean, that or
Nah,
the other.
mean, you know, at the end of the day, like, I don't know, like, people think so much when it comes to, like, exes. You know, the first question is when you dealing with somebody new,
Mm-hmm.
is it a red flag if you still communicate or are friends with your ex? Like, does it have a statute of limitation? Do you have a certain cutoff point where your new partner shouldn't be concerned with that being your friend? Like,
To most, they would prefer for you to leave your past in the past. But I can't speak for y'all, but for myself, I am still cool with, some of my exes. And is there a statute of limitations? Of course, if you know, that's years. But for me, there isn't one, well, I lied. Let me take that back. If you just got out of a situation with somebody, y'all being friends, that's dead. Like, that's a setup for me, Like, y'all did, we just broke up 2 weeks ago, but we friends. Come on, bruh. Or Slim, in our case. I know for a fact that y'all still doing something. Whether it be directly or indirectly, via text or whatever have you, y'all still doing something. So, I guess it just depends on the person. And if you that solid, you would tell your new partner up front, like, hey, Slim, I'm still cool with Shawty. I'm still cool with it, but it ain't nothing there. Then at that point, it's you giving her choice. I think what people fall short is you don't give your current the choice. You kind of, put them in a situation where you take their choice from them. Mm-hmm. And that creates the issue in itself on top of them not being cool with you being cool with your ex. So you got a double whammy against you.
Yeah. I mean, like, I think at the end of the day, I think it boils down to a lot of things, you know what I'm saying? Our generation just here and now anyway, like it's so cookie cutter method, you know what I'm saying? And I don't think it's really, when you addressing a situation when it comes to relationships, I don't think you can just put one identity on like the whole situation. You know? I think it's worth the person hearing the other person out, like, all right, so, you friends with your ex, what does that all entail? Mm-hmm. Like you said, like, you come to me, oh, yeah, you know what I'm saying, I just got out of something a few months ago, but me and old girl, we still cool, or me and him still cool, we good friends. For me, like you said, it's about choice. I'm pro-choice about everything. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Whether I like it or not, whether I agree, disagree, or I'm indifferent to it, I'm pro-choice. You're entitled to your choice. Like, if you say, like, okay, yeah, I'm still cool with my ex, I'm not going to try to convince you otherwise. But depending on what that pertains to, I might be like, all right, well, I'm going to fall back because that ain't for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think so often we get into a not a competition, but we get into a space where we try to convince them that because they're with us, like, oh, well, you shouldn't want to be cool with your ex and you in something new, or if y'all was really over, then you wouldn't be friends with them, or if y'all that cool, then why y'all not together, this, that, and the third. I mean, a thousand speculations can be made, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I'm not going to do all of that because obviously that's something that you want, you know what I mean? It's up to me to figure out, like, shit, this nigga, but regardless of what I feel, like, if I feel like, Shorty lying, like, Shorty still got feelings for the ex, she just trying to, you know what I'm saying, keep them around, whatever, then that mean I need to leave you alone. I don't need to try to convince you to change your mind. I don't need to try to, coerce you into thinking that, well, you should want to, cut them off because I feel this way. Nah, do you. You know what I'm saying? Be happy doing you, and you're not wrong, but I gotta go. depending on the time frame. Now, if it's somebody that you ain't been with in a decade, we good, because that was a decade ago. If you can literally sit here and tell me like that was a platonic friendship for the last 10 years, 7 years, hell, maybe even 5 or 6 years, like y'all been strictly platonic, no sex, no nothing.
So
in my book, like, why not?
Does it make it easier for you in that context with what you said? If there's somebody that you done, y'all been broken up for years or whatever have you, does that process come a little bit easier when they bring them, like, say, if they bring you in their presence? If you the new chick, right, and they say, man, this my folks, I know we was together, we basically grew up with each other. You know what I'm saying? We dated when we was young. Yeah, it lasted a long time. Off and on really don't matter. We was dealing with each other for a certain amount of time. But, like, I grew up with this person. We still have external ties to each other. So it's kind of like she ain't going away. I'm not going away. Does her bringing you around that person make it a little bit easier to solidify that, like, Slim, this my folks? Does that make it easier? Like,
I think it depends on, if y'all was sandbox friends and or elementary school, college, high school, whatever the case is, whoop de whoop, give a fuck. Again, if y'all been platonic, if you can prove to me or solidify that y'all been solid, no slip ups, no, unaddressed feelings popping up and shit, then maybe, like, but don't just pop this bitch up on me, you know what I'm saying, on some, if I bring her around, she gonna be good, you know what I'm saying, and now the situation awkward, you might get that bitch slapped, and she was an innocent bystander, she ain't had nothing to do with it.
Because that was your choice.
Yeah, but if it's a situation where we've been dating for a while, and it's like, I really want you to meet this person, I really want you to da-da-da, again, I ain't trying to sit across it from the table from the person, but, invite her to the cookout, I guess. I can feel the energy. Yeah, I can feel the energy and see what's up.
Yeah.
But again, if y'all done fucked 2 months ago, but y'all haven't been official for like maybe a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, like, the energy always gonna give it off anyway. You know what I'm saying? So I would be open to the person coming around, because that's gonna let me know what I need to know. You know what I'm saying? Because we already know, like, with anybody, when two people fucking, as soon as they get in the same room, now they acting weird as fuck. They halfway speaking to each other, being, stiff and shit, ain't making no eye contact. Like, bro, y'all giving it away that y'all still got something there.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? But if it's one of them things they come around, you know what I'm saying, and they cool and it's love, maybe, the Lord's still working on me, but I don't know. But
right.
I don't know.
It just depends on the energy and the space and all that stuff when y'all around. I feel that.
It really do depend on the situation, because I know some people that's been broken up for years. You know what I'm saying? But it's somewhere underneath the lining of everything, they still like each other. Then you find some people, they might have broke up a year ago, 2 years ago, and they strictly do not have any feelings for each other.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I
feel that.
I think it depends on, like, how far are you willing to go to be transparent, to let a motherfucker know, like, you know what I'm saying, this ain't what you think it is. You know. But I think people fuck up because they think so, which is true. They think so fast that a person gonna dub them if they tell them, like, oh yeah, this my friend, like, we close, but we used to fuck around. So they don't say nothing.
Yeah, and
now you gotta find out on the back end. Now that shit hard for you, because it's like, man,
you could have just told me up front. So
this nigga done seen you the way I seen you, and we in the same room together.
So I didn't
smacking cheeks and everything. nah, bro. Both y'all got to see me now. Y'all ain't told me. Hey. You ain't had a common courtesy to come, extend yourself and tell me what's going on. And this your friend, and you my girl, and you ain't came told me. But I've been in the same room with this motherfucker, shaking hands, laughing, having a conversation,
kikiing and shit.
I'm smacking everybody.
That right there is where
that line shit.
The hiccup comes in a lot of situations, and it goes back to taking away somebody's choice. I don't know if a lot of y'all have or a lot of us have reached that point where we're genuinely okay with giving somebody their choice. You understand what I'm saying? And it's like, no matter what you bring to the table, regardless of what the situation is, you have to give somebody their choice. And that's where, and y'all be like, well, I don't understand why she acting like this, or I don't understand why he acting like that. Well, let's reel it back in. Before you put that motherfucker in that situation, what was that conversation like? Mm-hmm. Or was there even a conversation? But then you wonder why these niggas fighting, or you done got slapped. Because you took away somebody's choice, man. Y'all niggas can't keep doing that. We can't keep moving like that. Give them their choice, man.
Yeah,
just give them their choice, because
9 times out of 10, again,
you gonna respect me above anything else. You may not fuck with me in that situation, but you gonna respect me because, like, damn, she ain't even had to tell me. She could have put me in that situation and let me find out for myself. Mm-hmm. But she told me up front, and I chose to stick around and still be a part of that situation. Give somebody their choice, man.
Yeah.
That's really what it boiled down to. Giving somebody their choice. Mm-hmm.
You take my choice away with anything, I'm liable.
I got a problem
because it was too easy to just keep it 100 with me. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like if you
I may not like it, I may
up,
bomb
like,
you out.
You know what I'm saying? Cool. Like, and 9 times out of 10, I'm so open minded. I might be cool with it.
That's another aspect of it, though.
What?
Motherfuckers not open minded. So, all right, when you put yourself, and there's not a lot of people. I don't want to hear y'all niggas out here talking about, oh, I'm open minded, woo woo woo. But if the shoe was on your foot right now,
when you try that shoe on, that motherfucker don't fit.
It don't fit. Y'all, I'm open minded, woo woo woo. I
can't tight as hell.
You got them baby bops on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, people will say that they open minded, but you open minded, but can't nobody bring something to you like this. Like, that's heavy. To be honest, we didn't say that you being able to handle it was gonna be easy, or what I bring to you is gonna be easy. That's really open minded. You taking into a space where you uncomfortable, but you still like, you know what? Before I let my emotions get into it, let me just hear what she gotta say. Because if somebody will start that conversation, and Bam must be like, no, I don't even want to hear that. I know you ain't telling me that. Like, you done shut her down before she can even get the rest of what she was saying out, because you genuinely not open-minded. That's
we all been
part.
there. Like, you tell me 5 years ago, I got a problem. Like, what you mean you friends with who?
5 years. I don't care about that. 5 years, I don't care.
No, I'm talking about like 5 years ago. If that was presented to me,
I'll be
on some
My thing since,
like, what?
I don't know, since a youngin', my whole thing been when did it end? Now you can't say, like,
stupid to even ask me that when I was in my 20s. Like, you was.
And it wasn't even that. It was the time frame in which you presented it that way. You can't sit up here and be like, yeah, like I said earlier, a week ago we broke up, 2 weeks ago, or a month ago, 2-3 months ago, and we're all hunky dory. Come on, Slim. You faking. You can't tell me that y'all not smashing. Because if it was me, if I'm the ex, 2-3 months ago, I'm still hitting your phone. That's just that was toxic. That's what I was bringing to the table. I'm still trying to smash. So me knowing that, and you saying, man, we broke up 3 months ago. Ain't no way you could tell me that Bam ain't hit you up. And when you get horny, your other link ups ain't coming together. Convenience. I know you still want this. I'm trying to fuck. Where you at? I'm about to pull up. So you can't tell me that you and your ex broke up 3 months ago or 3 weeks ago, whatever have you, and you not trying to let them hit.
And not for nothing, like, and even on
not in all cases, but in majority of the cases.
On the other side, like, when I end things in my dating situations, you know, I think at this age now, because I feel like in prior situations I was naive, like, and I did want that to be my friend, you know what I'm saying? Because you just really, I mean, good people are hard to come by. So if it's a situation where both of us are good people, no cheating, no toxic, you know, whatever, you don't want to lose that person. You know what I mean? When you love somebody, they imprint it in your life forever, regardless if they still here or not. And, you know, it's real easy to be like, we just going to be friends, we're going to be friends, and then we get a new partner, and somebody switch up. You know what I'm saying? Either I'm switching up because my new partner don't like it, or you switching up because your new partner don't like it. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's a lot. So now, to be honest, I ain't even really open to dating somebody unless we just had like a 2 to 3 month thing where we dated, it really didn't go nowhere, and then we just got cool. Maybe like we can work on a friendship.
Yeah.
But somebody that I've dated, like I honestly, unless we really put the work in, or it's a lot of time that's lapsed between us, like that's not gonna work. That time gotta lapse, because as soon as if you break up with somebody this week, we're gonna be friends, we're gonna stay friends, ain't nothing gonna come between us, we've been friends for too long, da 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 da. And then that shit switch up. Soon as somebody start dating somebody else, now it's different because they feel the type of way. Now you backpedaling. So it's like, for me at this age, it's gotta be a special situation, or it's gotta be a situation where I know both parties is gonna remain solid. You know what I mean? And that just ain't guaranteed when you start talking to somebody new. Because if you break up with this person, obviously that wasn't the one, unless they spin the block or you spin the block and y'all work it out. But if you meet somebody new and that you feel like, damn, this is my person, you ain't about to keep that friendship.
That's real.
You about to cut that shit off. You meet a person next week, you friends with somebody that you just stopped dating, like, you not about to do anything but cut that person off. Like, you really feel like you met your person, you're like, shit. Nah.
That's real. I mean, I've been put in that situation.
Because you looking at this person like, well, damn, if, you know what I'm saying, I want the friendship, but I really feel like this is my person. I really feel like this is who I'm supposed to be with. We click, we have chemistry, we're attracted to each other, we like-minded, we both spiritual, we both have the same values, the same career goals, the same fight, just across the board, we get each other. But this is my friend over here.
Yeah.
And you think you about to, and them too, like if it happened for the person that you dated, they gonna do the same thing. So it's like a compromising situation. It's like, you know what, let's not even walk down this road.
No, not at all.
You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe, I guess that's why Erykah Badu made that damn song. I don't know. Maybe next lifetime.
Big facts.
If I don't come back as a cat or something, maybe we can, I don't know. They say you come back as a frog, cat. Might come back as a grass.
I think in my last life, I know I was royalty because I dream about money. And I see myself in that light. But man,
I fuck around, come back as a toad.
Bye. We're not even gonna go there tonight.
Wouldn't you be mad as hell though?
But would I?
Like, if you could feel like, well, of course if you was a toad, you wouldn't give a fuck.
Because you wouldn't know no difference.
You just a toad. But what if something what if they feel the shit? Like, what if that shit really happened? Yeah. Like, when you die, like, depending on what you did with your past life, you might come back as an animal if it was that bad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'll be salty. And
then you wake up, like, your eyes just, you start, whatever the fuck they be doing, burping, what they be doing? Yeah, that shit. You like, bitch, what's wrong with my throat? Then you feel that shit like, oh, shit, a nigga is a fraud.
That's crazy. So
I'll be mad as hell, like, God, what did I do? Like, I ain't do nothing that bad now. I ain't do nothing that bad for you to turn me into no amphibian.
Let the Lord come down and be like, shitting me.
A frog, bro.
Shitting me. What if God came down and said that? Shitting me.
I'm like, bro, you could at least made me to a dog. That's man's best friend. At least I would have been close to being a human or a chimpanzee or something.
Shitting me.
Man, I'll be mad as hell. I'll drown myself.
But you're an amphibian, so you can't drown.
You can if you stay under there long enough, can't you?
I don't know. You want to ask a frog?
Bitch.
I'm just.
You see that shit with Jocelyn Hernandez? What's her name? I cannot. What's her last name? Jocelyn.
Jocelyn Hernandez.
With she got a new show. It's been all over Twitter.
Stevie.
The girl. Listen though, the girl was telling her story, right? And she was like, yeah, I'm just trying to, she doing that show for strippers. She was like, yeah, I'm just trying to make it out the struggle and da-da-da-da,
Slim stuff. She did start crying, didn't she?
Yeah, she started crying or whatever. And she was like, I just, I I was pregnant with twins, but I had an abortion because I'm trying to better my life because that fuck nigga left me.
Oh, cause so you go to shaking that
And
ass.
so she was already doing it, but Jocelyn was
Oh.
like, "Oh, so you just had an abortion?" She was like, "Yeah, twins." And somebody in the back was like, "Damn, double homicide."
That's what that double house.
Yeah. The girl, it was so delayed. The girl was crying. It was delayed. She was just like, "Bitch."
Hey,
She was like, "Oh, my bad."
I ain't even gonna get off that topic.
I
Not
would've
even gonna go there.
I would have dropped the camera.
Double homicide.
I swear to
Hey,
God, I
cuz.
would have dropped the camera.
All right, so real quick, while I'm thinking about it, y'all watched our last episode. For those of you who watched our last episode, the audacity, right? Right.
Audacious, the goal, the nerve,
All right,
the
so
delusion.
this dang, why couldn't we should
It's
have
running rapid.
we should have delayed that episode, but it coincides with the exes. So I get a text message on, and I ain't gonna lie, I mean, this is why it's called the Yellow Tape Podcast. We gonna let y'all in. I get a text message on Monday, and I don't care. Shit, you know me, I don't care. I get a text message on Monday, good morning, and it didn't even say good morning. It said GM. Okay, General Motors. The fuck?
You looking for a manager?
Hello? So, I'm like, good morning.
Thought she called Kroger, didn't she?
You hear me? Dang, we recording on my other phone. But, basically, Slim hit me up talking about something. She want to see me. I ain't heard from her in months. You understand me? Months. She want to see me. Okay, cool. When you want to see me? Sooner than later. All right, respect. Okay. So we get on the phone. We chopping it up. We on FaceTime or whatever. And I guess my response to when you gonna come out here wasn't like it didn't suit her time frame.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, fair enough. That's fine. But you got me fucked up. You hit me up Monday. You want me to make a move to you on Friday or Saturday. Shorty ain't go, but had the nerve to come out her mouth and say to me, "I'm number one. I don't like when I'm not number one."
Mm-hmm.
What? You don't like when you're not number one? Slim, you ain't been number one for years. But yet again, you have the audacity to slide in my phone. What? My invite is revoked. You can take your little crusty ass and invite you back.
Girl, I won't come in no way.
Thank you. My invite is revoked, y'all. I don't care nothing about that. Because you wasn't about to see me no way.
The way I feel is this. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it's because of COVID. You know, we've been on lockdown. I don't know. But between 2020 and now, like, people, the audacity to think you, nigga.
But had the nerve, bro, to say, "Oh, but you had looked good the other day when you went to court." Slim. I know I look good, motherfucker. That's why I posted the picture. But we past that.
Like, I mean, and I've been in situations like back in my younger days, like early 20s, where, you know, I'm in college, I might have dated somebody. After college, might have dated somebody. And then it's just for whatever reason, like, you know what I'm saying? We all try to spin the block. You know what I mean? That's
Brenda,
what
go ahead, bro. But spin the block.
I
spent the block a lot. I'm not even gonna lie, but it was on my terms. But then I was also, but there's nothing wrong for me. It depends. If you spin the block,
you better come through slow and do the speed limit. Don't drive through this bitch going 100.
But see, my spin the block is being considerate. Also, if I hit you up on Monday, I know my shit fire, but still, all right, you ain't even got to come out here this weekend. You can come out next weekend, but the audacity, Slim, I ain't heard from you about 6 or 7 months. Slim, you on a bicycle coming down the highway at this point messing with me.
If I spin the block, I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying? I'm probably going to make the provision anyway. You know what I'm saying?
That's real.
I'm trying to pull up on you. What's good?
Not a nigga, you come here. Yeah. You come to me.
Motherfuckers be so, you know, it's that social media shit. I blame social media for everything these days. Like, niggas get on social media and see the life that they want to live or see the person that they want to be, and then they start thinking they that person with you. They're like, wait a minute. No, baby, you ain't. You know what I'm saying? Come correct if you gonna come or don't come.
Because I'm not driving. I wouldn't even. When I was in school, Slim, I'm not driving 45 minutes for no cheeks. I'm definitely not about to drive 4 hours for none. If I was already in the vicinity, then I got the cheeks while I was there. Don't look at me like that. But I'm not making a trip. Damn, I did.
What Ho say? I'm not black, I'm OJ.
Wow.
Okay.
I take that back. No, because I had already, it wasn't even for no cheeks at that point. So I stand corrected. Technical foul is overturned.
Okay.
On y'all niggas. But
I ain't gonna lie, this the thing. You got to know who the fuck you is, and everybody.
I do know.
And I'm not talking about you.
I just had to be sure.
Oh. You got to know who the fuck you is at the end of the day, and everybody posed the fit. You absolutely. When you wake up in the morning, and you look at that mirror. You supposed to be like, yeah, you that nigga. But you need to know and ask yourself before you hit my phone with some bullshit, is you that nigga with me? Because some people, you know what I'm saying, can spin the block with that type of energy. And nigga like, boy, this motherfucker done put a root on me. I'm about to get on the road. I'm about to be on my way.
Ain't no way.
Right now, depending on who it is. You know what I'm saying? It got to be somebody official. Somebody that, you know what I'm saying, I don't know, maybe I was supposed to be together and it just was wrong timing, or somebody, you know, had to do something else. It just wasn't the right timing for y'all, but the feelings is just that strong where they can really hit your phone at that type of time.
It's on, to be genuine, to keep it a stack, it's only one person still in this dating time that can hit my phone on some shit like that. And it don't even gotta be no sexual type shit. Mm-hmm. One person that can hit my phone. And I probably leave Sir in this bitch.
Dang. Leave me in, sir.
Well. One person.
Yeah, I ain't gonna say that it is or it ain't. But what I'm saying is, every now and again, you have that person like, alright, shit, motherfucker want to spin the block. I think I want to go out the street. Let's get it. But again, before you play yourself, make sure you know. Because I know me, I'm not spinning the block any kind of way. I'm not even spinning the block. If I know we ain't on that type of time or we ain't had that type of connection and energy, I ain't spinning no block. For what?
Yeah.
Spin the block and get a flat tire. Mad as hell. Like, damn, this bitch pissed me off again. No, I shouldn't have came up here.
That, and I think, you know what, now that I think about it, that's probably why I wasn't, so quick to jump at it. Because it was a situation where when we was rocking, two things happened. Mm-hmm. You ain't let me get it how I wanted to get it. Mm-hmm. And then chasing them cheeks led to me losing my scholarship and things like that. So,
yeah, you need to be dropping. Hey,
Sade, you better be coming through the ceiling like Spider-Man for me at this point, Slim. Like for the things that I done sacrificed for you. You hear me?
You know, you better know you hold that kind of weight with a nigga. Like.
But that's why I cut that conversation short. When she hit my phone with that, like, oh, your invitation, your invite is revoked. Oh, all right, Slim, that's cool. Because I know who I am. You secondary, that third, fourth, fifth at this point, sweetheart. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Ain't no shade to it, but I don't move like that. You not about to get me like that no more.
And it was crazy. Like, I done had exes, like high school exes, freshman year, sophomore year, and college exes, like, that would really come at me on some type of time. Like, they wouldn't be trying to get me to do nothing, like, you know, go out my way, but they would come at me like they still hold that position they had 10 years ago.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Like...
What is that? Is it just the assumption? I
don't even know who you are anymore. Like,
but they don't think about it like that.
You're not the same. I mean, but they'll literally hit your phone like, yeah, what's up? Like, I done been in a bar scene. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to go home with you. Da da da. Nah, shorty. No, we good. Oh, why not? Da da da. I don't know. Maybe because we haven't had any interaction in 8 years. Maybe that's why.
They still think you that same person that you was back then to just pull up or be weak for the
That's-
legs. Shorty,
what
I'm not weak for the legs.
That's what I'm confused about, the delusion though. Like, did time stop for you? Are we in two different dimensions at this point? Cause my time kept going.
Mm-hmm.
Nigga 33. Like, I know you ain't still 19, 20. Like, so what? Why would you think that, you know what I'm saying? Like, why would you think that that's the case?
That's where my stuff comes in, because it's like y'all was put, and not that y'all wasn't even put on no pedestal at that point back then. Y'all was just given. We gave y'all grace. We gave
compassion.
We gave y'all grace and understanding and all that other stuff, and we was open with y'all, and we was this and we was that.
Nah, I want that back then.
I was a savage back then, but
I wasn't no savage, but I had a fucked up attitude.
No, I was a savage. I'm not even gonna sit up here and swell. But even still, in that, there were certain people that I cared about, that I did extend that to, because they understood me and where I was at. So for y'all to come into the situation, or for these individuals to come into the situation months and years later and think that stuff still ticks and moves on y'all time, you smoking dick.
That shit be funny to me. I fall out laughing every time.
Smoking.
I be so damn weak. I be like, well, girl, what you talking about?
I'm gonna sit up here. I'm gonna hold a conversation
Ain't nobody
with you.
studying you.
Facts.
And again,
Facts.
if it's on some shit like years ago and they create a conversation and something sparked, that's different.
No.
But I'm talking about like
random
coming at me like we just texted each other last week.
Mm-hmm. And you supposed to move when they say move because of who they are. Girl, you can go back over there.
But the thing is, they be so delusional, they don't even present it as such. They just come in a picture like they just know in their mind they still got it like that. It don't be on no cocky shit, but it's just like, it be weird, because it's like, bro, like...
And when my man Justo say that pussy, it probably still don't even hit the same. Motherfucker.
Like, I don't even know who you are anymore, like, I don't know.
But that
you
doesn't...
don't know me.
But that doesn't...
I would never
But see, that's the type of stuff that makes me question stuff, because it's like, not even question, it just puts me in a frame of mind like, Slim, you tried it. Like, you really don't even know the person that I am, but you out here trying to treat me like that person, and when I don't follow suit, then it's a problem for you. That lets me know where your mental is still at. Your mental is still there. Straight up. That's an issue. Can't do
it. Yeah, girl, you better get your ass on up the road. I ain't fucking with it.
Road.
Mm-mm.
That's the type of shit to get you blocked.
Maybe.
I'm gonna block you. Because I don't have nothing for you. Like, when I say Slim hit me Monday, it's Thursday, and you thought that I was getting ready to run and jump.
Alexa, play Mary J. Blige 7 Days. She was trying to get it all back in 1 week. By Sunday, I'm gonna have them jaws, baby.
But see, she tried to get me though, cause she was like, "I'm gonna cook for you what you want to eat."
I can cook for myself.
Nah, that motherfucker can burn though. I will say that.
I can burn for myself.
But if I'm not pulling this rub out this book bag,
come on, man.
I ain't got nothing for you, baby.
Backpack.
Facts, but it was, for me, I think it was more so just like, damn, the disrespect. Like,
the delusion.
Like,
people really be delusional.
Like, you think I'm just a piece of meat, and I'm just sitting here on the phone. I'm like, first off, I'm not even paying your goofy ass no attention with this.
I am disgusted at this point.
It's the meth, honey. Ooh, move over, baby. Let mama have them.
Yeah, I can't do it. I mean, you know, it's a sticky situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, and another thing I don't like with exes, I think we need to stop doing, you know, because it really be showing that you still hurt and you need to go somewhere and heal. You know what I mean? Like, anytime you got an ex, but then you got a new boo, like, just maybe it ended toxic, maybe somebody cheated, whatever the case is, they didn't meet your expectations or you didn't meet theirs, y'all broke up. But if you, the only way, if every time you get in with your ex, and I mean your person, and you gotta, you posting something about them, posting a picture, a status, a tweet, Instagram post, whatever the case may be. And the first thing, you can't big them up without acknowledging what your ex didn't do. You need to go somewhere and heal. You need to get a therapist. You need to go somewhere and heal. Because, like, I've seen that on Twitter, Facebook, everywhere. Like, yeah.
But I'm healed, though.
I'm so in love with such and such. You're my world. You know what I'm saying? My past never did this, never did that. But you're stepping in. You're doing it. I would never disrespect my new person like that.
But
I would never disrespect my new person.
They don't look at them like that.
Because
they don't look at it like that.
I shouldn't even I shouldn't even be thinking about that old shit. Like, I'm not gonna limit you to comparisons. If you my new person and I feel like you my person, my wife, my everything, my number one, fuck the old shit. Yeah. Now, if you doing what that person didn't do, great. That means I'm moving forward in what I want. I know what I want. Great. We're going to check that off. But I'm not about to acknowledge you publicly and then be like, yeah, because my last couldn't, my last would never. Like, I literally see shit like that on social media, and it's like, yo, if I was your partner, I would slap the dog shit out of you. Because why is you comparing me to your ex?
You can't, in some instances, so I agree with you, but now I got to play devil's advocate because you have some currents that want that. They want that energy. Well, why you not showing me how much you appreciate me and speaking to it and this, that, and the third? I've experienced that.
That's different though.
They want it in the exact same context that you said it. So what does that say about your current?
Now I'm going to leave my current because, baby, you need to go heal because you have some insecurities. If the only way you can be validated by me is my comparison for you to my ex, that means you still concerned about my ex. If you want me to validate you and big you up by putting my ex down in the same sentence, that means you in somewhere it's an insecurity and you feel like I'm still attached to you. So you want me to prove something, which I'm not going to do. What I want you to do is go to a therapist. I want you to sit down and find a black therapist and get you some help.
Y'all both meditate. So that means that y'all both have to come to that.
What you mean?
But they're because the person that's putting it out there like that, that's starting the comparison, and also the partner that thrives off of that comparison. Like, y'all both need to go seek help in that capacity because you want that type of recognition, and that's the only way that you will recognize them is when you can compare them to the lack thereof. Y'all both need help.
Yeah, but either party need help in that situation.
But it's a lot of people. It's
regardless on whatever side of the fence I'm on. If I'm with somebody and they can only validate me by putting their ex down because they still heard about their ex, I'm gonna fall back and cut you off and encourage you to get some help. If I'm in a situation where I'm not thinking about my ex, I'm loving on you, whatever the case is, but you want me to compare you to my ex in public, admiration, then I'm cutting you off and I'm going to ask you to go get some help. Because, girl, what is we talking about?
That's like-minded people who's in a space of healing. But
if you need a referral, I got one. But you get out of here.
There's a lot of people who come from that space, but the bad part about it is they'll attribute it to, oh, that's just my ego. That's just my ego. Nah. There's something within you that feels like that you are insufficient for this person that you are dealing with, that they have to compare you to their ex who was less than.
But that is ego, though. Like, we are not our egos at the end of the day.
But in that case...
And an egoic mind, that is an insecurity. Insecurity and ego are the same thing.
I agree. I can't even say I agree. But in this capacity, either which way we have it, however we want to constitute it, we still have to take a step back and say, you got to be that person to be like, it's something wrong with me.
Yeah,
if I have to thrive in that.
However way I got to get it to you, I'm going to let you know, like, yo, you got some healing to do. You know what I'm saying? And I would hope somebody would do the same with me, like.
But how many of us actually do that, though? Some people thrive off of that.
Like, some don't. And then at this point in my age, you just gonna get left standing. Like, again, like, I don't know. I just been doing a lot of digging and shit just different. Like, the same standard I hold myself to, I'm holding other people. Now, do I have grace for people to, you know,
be human?
Make mistakes and be human? Yes. But you better be very self-sufficient and come back to me with some kind of, you know, man, you know, I was really thinking last night, you know, and I had to check myself because my ego was getting in the way, you know. Insecurities were coming up that I didn't think, you know what I'm saying? Now we good. Now we can build. We can work towards something because you seeing you before I see you. And I would expect my partner to see me in the same light. Like, okay, you seeing you before I see you, so we good. It should go both ways. But if you ain't seeing that you on some other shit, no.
A lot of people don't though.
And that's a lot, and I won't be with a lot of people.
The first thing, big facts. So I went to therapy. And when I first went to therapy, first of all, I told that woman one day straight up, like, fuck you, Dr. Brown. Like, straight up. Because
that's how
she
you know
was,
she getting somewhere.
because she was calling me out on my shit. Because I used to deflect all the time. Well, yeah, I did this, but she did this. She was like, pause. If you wouldn't have never done what you did, and we're going to stay there, you doing what you did, you put that out there and you caused a reaction from this person. So where was this person wrong at? Because of how she reacted? Okay, we can sit up here and we can dissect that, but we're going to stay with you. When I say that woman forced me to self-reflect, that changed everything. Accountability, I never held myself accountable for the things that I did. Shit me. So at this stage in my life, I wish a motherfucker would. We don't self-reflect enough. Everything, it's easy to divert your issues onto somebody else, but not understanding that every action has a reaction. And before you even make that action, you thought about it, but you just went ahead with it. You had, even if it was for a second, I'm about to cuss this mug out. But in your mind, you was like, but for what? You bypassed all of that.
Yeah.
To do what trauma and triggers direct you to do. Like going through that process, like, and that's where, and it's like, I can't even sit up here and expect my partner to hold themselves accountable if I don't do the same. And that's one of the biggest things that I learned in therapy. Like, you can't sit up here, you can't make a person act, think how you want them to think.
Yeah, people gonna do what they want to do.
They're gonna do what they want to do, but you have to hold yourself accountable for your contribution, your reaction to whatever the situation may be, and that's where it lies. But we can't do that. That's when my last relationship failed at. I can sit up here, I can come to the table. I'm a woman about mine at the end of the day, but at the same time, it's like, I'm a woman about mine, but I can't expect you to do the same. I know what I'm gonna do for me.
Right. And
if you care and if you want to follow suit, so be it. I learned, like, bruh, go to therapy, y'all.
Yeah, you know, cause and don't get me wrong, you know, cause therapy is the big thing, the big wave now. Like, we have to be very careful when we call ourselves holding people accountable or telling them they need to be responsible for themselves and self-reflect, that we not using that as a tool, like of manipulation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I think people get on some so positive shit now where they ain't really healing, but they've just become better versions of themselves, better actors of themselves. Now they being on some, like, just narcissism, like, where it's like, okay, yeah, you know, and we all have the capability to be that way a lot of the time. Like, it's a thin line.
It's a people consider that to be a guard, like a wall.
What?
Not necessarily acknowledging
with narcissism.
That people won't acknowledge that they narcissists, but
a lot of people don't know that they doing it.
I think they know, but they don't care.
Yeah.
Well, if you really know the definition,
Like, we all can be that way. Yeah. We all have days where we're that way, but we talking about consistently.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm saying in terms of what you were speaking about, in terms of, holding people accountable and we being so woke, some people would consider that to be a guard. Mm-hmm. And it's like, okay, everybody has a guard or boundaries, mm-hmm. but you taking it to the extreme to where you don't even want to hold yourself accountable. Everything is
on me.
Is on that other person. Yeah.
And again, when people get into the phase of learning themselves and growing, I mean, that's a lot of shit to unpack when you relearning everything that you thought you knew. Cool. So that is a sensitive and tender place to be in. But I think we have to be very careful when we start learning more and absorbing more truth, and we start using resources like books and podcasts and therapy and this, that, and the third, that we don't start putting these unsaid expectations mm-hmm. on our partner to walk that path that we walk, because their path gonna be different. Because a lot of times, sometimes we tell people that they ain't being accountable, but they just ain't been accountable in the way that we want them to. Mm-hmm. It don't mean that they ain't been accountable, that they don't see themselves. They just ain't doing it the way you want them to. Because you think accountability looks like this, when really for them it looks like that. Mm-hmm. So you can't, you know what I'm saying? I think you have to extend more grace to people when you are growing. Because you learning so much so fast, and you shedding all these layers at whatever rate you shedding them. But your partner may not be. But they may be still giving the same effort. Mm-hmm. Y'all effort may be equal, and they may be shedding just as much as you, but just in different ways. And so you're gonna have to meet that person up, But a lot of, anytime we learn a little bit, then we know everything. So it get to a point where
I'm not doing this, and I'm not doing that, and I'm not accepting this, and I'm not accepting that. But if your partner was to do the same to you, that motherfucker ain't this, that motherfucker ain't that. When the roles are reversed, that's when we got a problem.
When you learning self and you really tapping into you and who you are as a person, and you on this healing journey and you becoming whole as a person, at the end of the day, you should have more grace to extend. You should have more compassion to extend. Now, if they just on some bullshit, not trying to grow, steady toxic, ain't trying to see themselves on their same bullshit, that's different. We ain't talking about that. Yeah. But if you know this person is really doing the work and you doing the work too, but you just finding stuff to nitpick at because at the end of the day you feel like you done did it this way because you playing it the safe way. Yeah. Like you wrong.
And for me I read this book today, so I'm about to implement it today. It's the instant gratification. We have to get out of that thought process.
It's a book I'm reading right now. And it's great information.
Absolutely.
Some of the stuff has stuck the same day, and I start putting it in practice. Mm-hmm. But the thing is, you have to give yourself or allow yourself, your being, to digest that information and use it the way it needs to be used. Not be no fucking robot and just start regurgitating information. That's not authentic.
And that's what a lot of people do.
And it's not going to stick. You're going to revert back to your old self eventually.
Yeah, because it's not...
Or you're going to push everybody away.
It's not comfortable, because what's going to end up happening is you putting on no different from...
Right, it's a process.
The facades that people put on. Oh, I'm this, I'm that, I'm this, that, and the third. Eventually, somebody's going to catch you up in that process. Somebody's going to catch you up in that facade or that poker face that you putting on. So it's like when you read it, what book am I reading right now? The Relationship Goals book. I can sit up here and I text my friends about this all the time. We've talked about it. Mm-hmm. And it's Relationship Goals by Michael Todd. It's a great book. I know when you look at the cover, it's this about marriage, woo woo. Yes, it is about marriage. But it's also encompassing your single phase. Because a lot of the things that he discusses in your failures in your marriages goes back to what you didn't deal with in your single phase. So that's like me coming out here and going to talk to somebody married after reading this book and being like, oh, y'all marriage about to fail. Bitch.
Right.
You not even married.
Right.
So it's like, don't be so quick to move and to act off of things that you haven't even implemented in your life. Not just because it's easy. I could get up tomorrow and be like, I want to be celibate. Mm-hmm. But there's a difference between celibacy and abstinence. Mm-hmm. That's a totally different topic though. But Those are two different topics. I can sit up here and be like, well, Michael Todd said I need to be celibate. Sex is deterring me from not only my purpose through God, but it's deterring me from me finding my person.
Mm-hmm.
But then next week, I'm back on here smacking cheeks. It don't make sense. We want the instant gratification instead of going through the full process, bro. It's a clash, and we can't keep doing that, man.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, like at the end of the day, I think it comes down to, you know, you have to absorb the information for yourself, like because I know
always
for
say to me, you said what habits do what? Something about habits in 30 days, something like that.
Yeah, it take 30 days to, and it don't even take 30 days to break a habit. They say it takes 21 days to break a habit, but in all actuality, you never break habits. You learn to replace habits.
Okay, there it is.
So if I'm trying to stop eating sweets when I'm at work, but I know every time 2 o'clock roll around, I done had lunch at 12:30. Now I'm sleepy. Now I want something sweet to wake me up at 2 o'clock, and it's usually something out of the vending machine. Then maybe at 2 o'clock I'm gonna go walking, or maybe at 2 o'clock I'm gonna go find something to do that's gonna deter me from just sitting there thinking about that snack and going to get it.
Yeah.
Same thing with smoking cigarettes. If I get up early in the morning, or smoking blunt, or drinking, or whatever the case is, I get up early in the morning and that's the first thing I do, then maybe I need to work out first thing in the morning. So you never break a habit. You replace a habit. But even with that, like you said, I'm not gonna read, and that comes from what's that book? The Power of a Habit. I'm not gonna read that book in 2 weeks, and you know, call myself fixing my habits, and then I see my partner with a habit that they've been struggling with. Oh, you need to read this book. You're not reading stuff and doing stuff that's gonna help you break that habit. Girl, what the fuck is you talking about? Like, what is you talking about? Like, what are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, there's nothing wrong with pushing your partner to be the best person they can be. You know what I'm saying? You just have to know how to come about it. Like, hey, babe, you know, I was saying with you, was you reading your book? Hey, babe, I was, you know, reading this book, you know, and I know you've been saying you trying to stop this, that, and the third. I was just thinking maybe we could read the book together. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know my habits may not, you know, I'm just trying to stop eating cake. I know it's easier than, you know, not smoking cigarettes. But, you know, maybe we can read it together and try to implement some ways where it'll make it easier for you to stop. Like, are you open to that?
Yeah.
Then if they, okay, now y'all got a way to bond on top of you not beating your partner in the head because you feel like you so self-righteous because you done went and read a book about breaking habits and you done broke a couple.
I think people overlook the surface level of that. Introducing reading something with your partner, I think I think people have overlooked that. This is long, but I think we've overlooked that main fact at what it is. It's giving me an opportunity. Like, yes, we're getting ready to read this book, but now I'm getting ready to see how your mind works. I'm getting ready to learn you some more. So in this, we getting ready to grow some more. And if it ain't a book that you want to read, by all means, introduce a different reading to me. But the fact still remains, I want us to do something as a couple. It could ignite different things in you where you could say, where it could be a, oh, damn, babe, I didn't even think about that. Well, let's move and let's grow together in this capacity. Or, let's go left because I want to do this. Or I ain't even look at it like that, but damn, let's go right. Let's think about it. Mm-hmm. Y'all get to try new things, but you grow individually, but you also grow as a unit. Mm-hmm. Those type of things, I think we overlook that when it's like somebody want me to read. This nigga want me to read a book. Bitch, I'm not trying to read no book. Mm-hmm.
Or that you don't want to introduce that book to your partner, but you want to beat them in the head with the information you done gathered in 2 weeks.
Because you think you a damn master at it.
Yeah, mm-hmm. you done, whatever you done read, now you a master at it all of a sudden. And maybe the way you presented it, they weren't receptive to it, or maybe they just don't know, they don't understand. So instead of just getting them intrigued because you excited, you just use it as a tool of manipulation. Or I won't even say manipulation, that's a bit much, because your intentions might be authentic.
You just don't know how to deliver. Yeah, delivery is everything.
Like
delivery is everything.
You know what I'm saying? It's even with the book I'm reading now. Like I think it's The Power of Now. There's a lot of powers in my books, but whatever. It's the power of now. It ain't wrote. It ain't. But I think it wasn't written by the same person.
But when you tell me that, I think of this book that I was reading. I can't remember the author's name, but it's like where you are is where you are.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, we get so fixated on, oh dang, I gotta do this, and the third. Well, you can't think about